all of our mics. Let's see if that works. Hello, 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 hello. Yay. I think we've got it. Can you tell me, can you hear me? Ooh, I think it's finally going. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why that switches over. It's really weird. So anyway, but here we go. We're ready. And all right. So good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Create with Brenda Hillard. I am Brenda Hillard, and what's a Saturday without some technical issues, right? Right. So let's do a refresh and see if we can get anybody on, because I need to know. Yay. Beth, so can you hear me? Yay, Debbie. It is beautiful in Bayfield, Wisconsin. It's pretty beautiful right here in the Brainerd Lakes area too. So, oh, good. It started out again with no sound, and it's just so frustrating when that happens. But let's get started, okay? So, good morning. I have iced coffee today because it's too darn hot and muggy to drink coffee. All right, Debbie, thank you. Let me flip down to my workstation because I have a few things to talk to you about. So, celebration, as we know, is going on now, July 1st through August 31st. Some kind of sad news, not even kind of, it's really sad news. The pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes have already sold out, and they are no more. So, sold out. Sad. But again, this is a good reminder that order early so that you get all of the beautiful things that you would like out of the catalogs. All right, so celebration now July 1st through the 31st of August. The mini catalog is in full swing. This goes through, even though it says July through December, look on the back and you will see that it's actually good through the 4th of January. So that's exciting. You'll see I've got my host code right up here. Please, when placing orders under $150, use my host code. Just to be totally honest, if your order is over $150, you will get your own Stampin' Rewards. But if your order is under that and you use my host code, then I earn Stampin' Rewards for all of my orders that are placed using that host code, which allows me to buy prizes and my monthly giveaways and that kind of thing. So that's why the host code. And then, of course, we have our big annual catalog going on, too. Don't forget about that. All right. So today's project, I have to tell you, it uses the paper from The Wonderful World. And this is, comes with a stamp set. It is a celebration item. I just wanted to grab the stamp set so you can see it. It's beautiful. If you follow me on YouTube, you will see I posted a card this week that uses that set. And it looks like this. I just simply did some, I made a circle template, and using the soft sea foam ink and a blending brush, I blended a circle and then just simply stamped the stamp right on the circle. So, and I used the stitched rectangles and the deckled edge dies. And of course the new soft sea foam ribbon that's in the mini catalog. These are distinctive. So I did nothing to this black. It just shades itself to look like that. So, yeah, it's a great set. And so with a $100 product order, you can get the 12 by 12, 12 sheets of designer series paper and the stamp set as a bonus product. I don't like saying that they're free because they really aren't free. They're, you know, you earn them with a purchase. So anyway, let me get our little card layout here. And I must say too that this layout I was inspired by Susan Campfield with her card layout using this paper. Now I did a bunch more and did some different techniques. So hang on and we'll take a look here. So I want to keep this in view because I want you to be able to see how you can use just like the fronts and backs of the paper, okay? So here's the first one. And what I did is there's a sheet of paper in this pack that looks like this. And it just has all of these different flowers on it, okay? So I took, of course I used the stylish shapes. I just absolutely love, love, love these dies. It's got the squares, 2 different banners, and then the circles. So I used the 4th largest circle. And what I did is I just went in and die cut around all of these flowers. Okay, like so. All right. And then you'll see on the back of this paper is this pink. So once you get done cutting out a few flowers, there's enough strips in between that you can do this. So you see I have the flower cut with the die. And then I just cut the strips. And then I used a piece of this paper in there too. I just thought it coordinated very nice. So, simple, simple, but yet pretty, okay? So there's one. Here's another one that I did. And this, okay, so this piece is the front, and then this print is on the back. So I've got the print, the back side of the paper, and then the die cut flower from that sheet that I've showed you. So really simple technique, yet pretty stunning cards. So this one I did a little bit different. As you can see, this has the white on white, and this is raised up. So this one I chose to use the fresh freesia, the rich razzleberry, and then I used the pretty flowers embossing folder and that same paper, and then of course my die cut flower. So all of this, you guys, no stamping involved. This is simply letting the designer series paper do the work for you. All right, here's the next one. This one again, I did white on white. I used the stitched greenery die to get these stitched leaves. This really soft colored rose paper, and then of course the flower that I die cut. So here's the last one, and then we'll assemble one together. So this one I used the Fern 3D embossing folder. I used the back side of this paper, again white on white, and then die cut the flower. Really, really simple, but aren't they pretty? I mean, if you wanted to gift somebody with a set of cards, what a quick and easy way to put together. I mean, I just showed you 5 cards. So let's bring in our pieces. And as what I have here is, I have a piece of basic white that measures 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to score that. I see I have kind of a bad edge here on my paper too. I just want to clean that up a little bit. I'm just going to cut. It's still there. I don't like it. I'll get a different sheet. Okay. So I'm going to put this at the 4 1/4 and score with my light gray scoring blade. All right, fold it, and I'm just going to take my bone folder, even up my edges, and give this a really good crease. Okay, so there we have that. Then we have our piece of white, and this measures 3 inches by 4 1/4. I have a piece of Highland Heather, and this measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, because I'm going to actually border this one a little bit so that it's more visible on our white. I have a strip of, oh, and this one I'm going to do in reverse a little bit too. So I have a strip of Designer Series paper, and this measures 1 1/4 by 4 inches. And I have another piece that measures 1/2 by 4. And then, you guys, we always forget, and I did this the other night on mystery stamping too, where I talked about this, but we have these beautiful packs of 6x6, the Color Family Designer Series papers. There's 40 sheets in here, so you get 4 sheets of each of the 10 colors, and then there's different prints. So let me show you on this. There's a polka dot, and then like a diagonal, I call it kind of like a trellis look. So you get 2 sheets like that, and then you get 2 sheets that are striped and then with flowers on the back. So for each color, you get the 2 double-sided designs, 2 sheets of each. And it comes in all of the color families. So subtles, regals, brights, neutrals, and then you can also get the carryover in color and the new in colors. It's really they're really fun packs to have. And for this one, I chose to use the Highland Heather polka dot. So I'm going to layer this up like so, okay? And then, of course, I have my, from the sheet that I showed you in the beginning, I have die cut this flower, okay? All right, so here's what I found works the easiest for this card. I'm going to just add some Stampin' Seal. Whoops. Helps if you take the cover off. Hope everybody's staying cool. We had kind of an exciting night at our house last night. We have a gas leak, and we came home from dinner to find our house all stinky with propane gas. And they came out, and so it's my range. So I think not only are we redoing the driveway, it looks like I might be getting a new range. Oh boy, oh boy. It's like there's always something, right? As they say, the joys of being a homeowner. So I'm gonna set this down, And is what I'm looking at is I want to make sure I've got an even border of white and then the top and the bottom, okay? As close as you can. I put that piece down first. I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't know what that means exactly, but I will, on this 1/2 inch strip, I'm going to add glue, and I'm going to put that over here on this edge. Doing the same thing, making sure that I have this border, just like that. And then our fun piece of Highland Heather Designer Series paper, and I really liked the polka dots. So is what I'm doing now is I'm just lining up top and bottom and making sure that we've got, as close as we can, equal borders here. So if you do this strip first, this one second, and then center this one in, I found that worked the best for getting those as even as you can. So then is all it is flip it over. You guys, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups this morning. How weird is that? All right, so I'm just going to add 3 dimensionals to our circle, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of our card. And you guys, I'm just calling this a clean and simple design, and really, you could use any kind of scraps. This is a great, if you're a scrap saver, which I am a scrap saver, this is a great layout to use up some of those small scrap pieces that we save. All right. So then is what I'm going to do is just center this in on my card front, and take the backings off my dimensionals, and then I'm just going to set this on here. So there it is. Simple, simple, simple. Yes, Beth, that's right. It's a great way to use up those little strips, especially like it seems like a lot of times we're cutting like an inch off from our paper or a 1/2 inch. So great way to use those. And then this one, this is a little bit scary. I've not ever really just did a design on the fly, but is what I wanted to share with you. So this week, I did a video, as I said, of the Wonderful World, but I also posted a video to my YouTube channel that uses the Hello Bundle, or the Hello Harvest, sorry, not even, yeah, Hello Harvest. And the card that I made looks like this. So I used the Hello with Early Espresso. I've bordered the Very Vanilla with just a little bit of crumb cake. And then this was really weird to me, but like I said, I was inspired by a napkin I had. I used Pool Party to stamp my pumpkin onto the Pool Party cardstock. And I used Early Espresso, no, I used soft suede ink, and then colored with the soft sea foam alcohol blends. And it gave this really cool looking pumpkin, which I then added Wink of Stella, which I think it is showing up on the camera, but it worked out really nice. So I had some extra pumpkins because I had tried it on soft sea foam. Here's another Pool Party. I had tried it on pumpkin pie, which I don't like. And then I tried it on crushed curry, which I really like these. So I want to share some or show something to you with this layout. So I'm going to take, and I'm actually going to, like I said, be creating on the fly here. So is what I want for my card base is a piece or a card base of Very Vanilla. So as I told you, I don't know if I have, no I don't. So let's cut one. So here we go. I'm just going to take a full sheet and cut it in half. So 5.5 to make our card base, okay? All right, let's score it at 4.25. All right, so there's that. So then is what I want is just a piece of crumb cake that measures 3 by 4.25. Okay. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla that, and is what I did is I cut this so that when I emboss it, I can just emboss it at once. But this piece measures, and I want to just take a quick measurement, so I'm telling you the truth, but I added the pieces together. So this measures 1 3/4 inch, okay? And is what I'm going to do is line it up in my embossing folder so that the majority of the paper is, because this is like a tumbling leaves, like a spray, and I want to just make sure that I'm getting this whole piece embossed. So there I have it. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I've got plate number 1. This is a 3D embossing folder, and it's called Leaf Fall. It's in the mini catalog, and it's easy to miss. And then, of course, I have our plate number 4, the dark gray. I'm just going to run this through my machine. Hopefully I don't bump my camera. If it jiggles, I'm sorry. Good. All right. I'm going to move this out of the way. And let's see what we've got here in our embossing folder. So we have this pretty piece, 1 3/4 by 4, that we embossed with the embossing folder. Now I'm going to bring my trimmer back in, and I just want to cut a, let's see, what do I want? I want a 1 1/4 inch piece, which then leaves me with a 1/2 inch strip as well. So I'm going to cut, okay? Now, being that we're embossed, oh, and another thing I wanted to show you. This is kind of an old technique, but it really makes a difference. I'll show you here. I'm going to bring in my early espresso, and I grabbed a blending brush, but I really wanted a sponge dauber. Give me just a sec. Okay, so here's a sponge dauber. These are a great value too. You get 5 in a pack. But is what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to ink up. And I'm just going to take the edge and just kind of sponge a little color on the edge of my cardstock. All 4 sides. And this is kind of an old technique, but when you put your paper on your card, it just makes it pop. And that's what I'm going to do too to our pumpkin. Just a slow process going around. And then these, I'll give a little bit too as well. And you guys, wait until you see the embellishment on this, or that I'm going to use on this. I just love them. Okay. Well, I just got my finger in my ink pen. Because why not, right? Adding just that little dab of color on the edge. All right, let's close this up. And now I'm going to do that same thing that we did on the other card. I'm going to glue this on first. Who do we all have on? I have Beth, I have Debbie, and there's somebody else out there who's very quiet. Not very many people on this morning, but you know, it's Saturday and it's summer and it's been hot. Okay, so I glued that on like so. I'm going to take this and glue that on over here on this edge. And then wait until you see the beautiful designer series paper that's part of this suite. It is called Rustic Harvest. The papers are beautiful. So, you know how I set up my samples with the front and back? But I want you to see this one for real. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? I mean, literally, you could just cut it in half and make, what? You could make 6 cards out of one sheet of paper, just boom. Because all you'd have to do is add a sentiment and maybe a little embellishments and done. All right, so let's take our little strip of paper here. And look, see? Scraps. Now, is that the one I really want? No. You know what? Let's switch it up. See, this is what happens when you create on the fly. You can always change your other mind about what you want to do. So, I am going to use this. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, because I want this piece to measure 3/4 by 4. So I've got the 4 inches. I just need a 3/4 inch piece. So now I'm going to cut. And look, I even have a strip for my envelope just out of my scrap. And I really do think this is going to be a beautiful card. The only thing I wasn't really paying attention to is that this paper uses white instead of very vanilla. But I think it's going to be okay. Oops, I must have had it just a little longer than 4 inches. I did. It was 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut it. And we'll just try this again. And that's the fun of this too. You know, it really is just paper. So give it a try. Why not? And then I thought, wouldn't it be pretty to put one of these on there? And this time, I'm actually really liking the green better than the crushed curry, seeing as how I'm decorating on the fly. What do you think? Crushed curry pumpkin or soft seafoam pumpkin? I think the soft seafoam. Let's add some dimensionals. And see what we get. All right. Adding on. And then these are part of the dies that are in the bundle. These squiggles, they're really pretty. I'm just going to take and add a little bit of adhesive because I want that to go right behind here. And then I'm going to add some, just a dot to the back. That was more than a dot, wasn't it? I'm just going to brush some of that off. And I'm going to add that to our pumpkin. And then because we have this leafy thing going on down here, I'm going to add a leaf. And this was, I stamped on I stamped on crumb cake using Pear Pizzazz ink. And that's what this leaf and die look like, stamped out. So there we have that. And wait, the embellishments. I think these are my favorite embellishments out of the mini catalog. And they are called the Festive Pearls. And wait till you see them. You get gold. This is my second pack, and look how far I'm in. You get gold, silver. This is like a soft succulent. And then a red. Pretty or what? And look how little they are, but they're really, really shiny. So I'm going to pick up, a couple of these gold, and I'm going to sprinkle one on my leaf, and we'll put one just on our leafy embossed background here. And then let's do another over here just to kind of on the pumpkin, and that'll just kind of draw our eye around. Not bad for creating on the fly, right? I'm going to add my dimensionals to the back like we did in the card. But now realize you can do this same layout like I showed you in the beginning here of this live, and just let the designer series paper do the work for you. And you could very simply do that. But I wanted to show you how to kind of step this up a little bit. So I'm just now going to add that to the front of our Very Vanilla. And look at how good is that? All right, you guys, I am going to sign off for today. It's been fun having coffee with you. Thank you for joining me. Remember, use my host code if you order from me. And then I send out a host code gift to qualifying purchases this month. If you purchase $50, not only do you get to pick a celebration reward, but you also get to pick, or I will send you a pack of the masking papers, which these are super fun too. Check out videos that I have on YouTube. And the other thing I wanted to mention to you is the fall retreat. My team members, Sandy Mintz and I, are hosting a fall retreat. It's going to be held here in Brainerd at the 502 Event Center. And our registration is limited to 40 in-person participants, just due to the size of our facility. And we do have the option of retreats to go. So go out to my Create with Brenda website, and all of the information is there along with the registration form. So we would love to have you. We would love for you to participate. The retreat to go, you get everything that the in-person attendees do. Your snacks that'll come will be a little bit different than what the in-person people have, but there definitely will be treats, and you will get step-by-step PDFs and demonstration videos to assemble your cards. So, all right, you guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay cool, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye for now.